I hold no grudge against anyone. I also will not commit any offences against any person in a domestic relationship as defined in Section 1 and Section 5 of the Domestic Violence Act.
Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala is in Limpopo and just joins us now with more on the developments and what's transpired in court. Nqobile, very good afternoon to you again. We understand the matter has been postponed.
Well, yes, indeed, it has been postponed to the 17th of November, which we understand that it's going to be going for bail application. What we have heard is that the state has said that they do not oppose bail, but they've also given reasons why they have not opposed bail, and some of them is the fact that the other suspect also came in and sort of handed himself over, which also sort of works in their favor. But I want to bring in now the attorney that was in the defendant's side, and I mean, it was quite difficult because we saw you there in the end as you were trying to reason with court, saying that they must consider that there is a mother here that needs to go and feed the child and so on, but court still postponed. Tell us how this affects the mother as well as the child and perhaps the family.
Yeah, ma'am, look, it has a serious bearing on the mother, more importantly on the child, because you'll understand the child is having a condition. She needs the mother more than anything. So if the judgment is postponed, yeah, it says a lot.
And I mean, we saw you represent a second accused, and this is, of course, from the first time where we saw you represent Froliana. Tell us a bit about the relationship between the two.
Accused number 2 as well as accused number 3, they are brothers and sisters. Accused number 2 is an elder sister to accused number 3.
All right. And what does this mean now going forward? Are you going to be available for that date? What happens now?
I have other proceedings somewhere else on the 17th. So it means that we need to make some arrangements so that there can be an attendance when the judgment is handed in.
And I mean, going forward, because we understand this happened in Phala Phala, which was the president's farm, would we then expect that we could see the president also being called?
Look, I cannot comment on that. The state is responsible to deal with their witnesses. We are only the responding parties here. So we'll just have to look what they are having against us and respond accordingly.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. And of course, we will speak to the NPA later on, Paul, but what we do know at this point is that the state has not opposed bail. We understand that, of course, as you can hear, that the biggest impact that has been felt is from the fact that they said that one of the accused is a mother and the child has a condition. As a result, they believe that this was supposed to take place much quicker. However, that has not taken place. We catch an eye of NPA. Let's just get a quick glimpse in terms of how do you feel about the state postponing the case? And firstly, Mama, also, why are you not opposing bail?
The state didn't oppose the bail. The applicants were cooperating with the investigating officer from the start. And then the mother has got the baby of 1 year who's got a second condition. So it works on her favor also. And the brother also handed himself to the police.
And I mean, I understand that also whilst we are in courts, there's a lot of conflicting reports with regards to the amount of money that was stolen. Perhaps if you could just clarify that for us, is the money still the 580,000 rand US dollars?
Yes, it's true. We've got the US dollars of amounting to 580,000 rand only. The other amount is just a wrong report.
All right. And can we then expect more arrest? I mean, we understand that the investigations are still continuing. And at this point, we have seen that 2 people were arrested. Another one handed themselves over. Is it possible that we could see more arrest?
We can say that because the investigation is still continuing, we can expect more arrests.
And lastly, we understand that at this point this happened at the president's farm. Could we perhaps in future expect to see the president as coming to this court?
The state president is not a complainant in this matter. The manager who was managing the farm is the complainant. He's the one who's going to be the witness in our case.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is the NPA in Limpopo, Mema Shudi, just speaking to us there. Very important there, just stating to us that we may not see the president, but the manager is the one that had complained, and as a result, then we'll most likely see that manager in time. But of course, there's a lot that's still ongoing, so they are expecting that there are more arrests that could potentially take place.
Very well, Nqobile Madlala, wrapping it up for now, of course, as the case continues to unfold and develop, and that reaction coming out as the matter is still going to be scrutinized. We continue.